somebody else who is manufacturing. So they act as an intermediary in between both of them. So suppose she is a business person, she starts a business. Okay, she does not want to invest upon anything. And you are also a manufacturer who manufactures the finished goods. You have a lot of clients. You do not want to enter one and she is into B2C. So what she will do? I am a customer, right? She gets the order from me. So instead of stocking my warehouse, okay. So she will just contact her and say that yes, the order is in list. Take the whole stock.
Reaches me as a customer. Have you understood what it is? Simply drop shipping, what it is. Now here many of the companies like agents, you can say. So she is an agent in between the manufacturer and a customer. So this is what yesterday, these were the steps which usually we opt. Many of us unknowingly are a part of this system, but we don't know exactly from where the material or the product reaches to the customer. Have you understood this? What happens? There. Go to next slide. So here, one of the basic, very important thing here is it requires less capital as you are not investing much. You are not having your land machinery in the traditional way which we have here. There is no investment. So the capital required is very less. But here, one more thing is important. As I say, capital required is less. Then where you would be investing the money? If you are not investing in land, fixtures, machinery, then what is your investment? She's running a business, so she has to investment. What would be the investment then? Calculation. Transportation is taken care by you only. You are only going to deliver. She is not going to take that responsibility also. She will just see to it that she gets the order and she forwards you and sees to it that the customer gets the order. She will just take the feedback. So what is the investment here then? Marketing. Yes, what do you mean by marketing? Very true. What do you mean by this marketing then? Very true. So here the investment is online presence. How the customer will know that the product is available. So whatever investment should be done is to reach the customers. And when you are on the online portal, who will be the target group of customers here? If you are selling online, the company is selling through the online mode. Who are the target customers? It is a blend of marketing plus digital business now here. Those who are aware about the internet usage, those who very frequently enter the portal, those who have the habit of purchasing through the web stores, they will only enter here. Those customers will only be tapped. Otherwise, rest of them, they will not. It is, it will take extra efforts for the manufacturer to bring the customers to the online portal. Now you might have seen that through the print media, through the advertising very less because it's again huge investment. But in print media, newspapers, you might have seen the advertisements of the web stores. So this is to attract the pool of those customers who are not interested, they don't have time, or it's ignorance, or maybe mechanism that they do not want to upgrade or learn new things. They have the phobia of using the internet or new technology. So these 4 varieties are there who are left out. So to tap these left out customers, the company has to take efforts. So investment is basically to reach the customers, to emphasize on their presence in the market. Now, have you seen such type of ads in the newspaper? पाहिलीये का? Whether you read the newspapers, बघता का? Yes, no. If yes, बघितलंय का? No. अरे मग पाहता काय? See, I jump to Marathi because there are blank faces, there are no smile. So maybe I wanted to bring some smile on your faces. So काहीतरी बघत असाल वरचं पान तरी. Have you seen the web store? काहीतरी recollect होतं का नाही? काय होतं मग? बिग बाजार दिसतं, कार दिसतं, काय दिसतं? Yes. Products ad दिसतात. Okay. So any web portal, anything, or either you might have gone through the pamphlets. There is one app of milk delivery. Okay. They had distributed the pamphlets. They wanted to grab the customers and they satisfied localites. Okay. So here there is less expensive in terms that it requires less money to distribute just the pamphlets. Those who are interested, they will just see, okay, this app is there, they will install. Otherwise, throw in the dustbin. So two categories are there. Otherwise, one more. Eto na, theek hai. Bhaiya is there, or maybe packaged milk we receive, that is okay, we are fine with. So this is the approach of people, and hence for the marketers, it takes it is more challenging to reach to the customers. You cannot predict the customers. Even there are so many students here, but I cannot bank that all of you may be visiting the web stores or purchasing through the online mode, because we as an individual have our own preferences. It's very easy because you connect. Why it is easy? Because you are not manufacturing, you are not customizing. It requires, again, there are a lot of problems when you go for customization of the products. In the online business, many a times you get the customized versions of the customer just says that I will need this type of packaging. I will need this much size. It differs with size. It differs with the packages. It differs with the prices also. So according to the need of the customer, especially when a manufacturer is new or it is a startup firm, for them it becomes difficult. For those who are established, what they will say, if you want to purchase, this is available, otherwise look out for somebody else. So when the business is established, then you can say, but today, in today's era, nobody will say like this also, because there are other competitors. So they will say that maybe we are not competent enough to offer you the product which you are demanding. You can just go to some other vendor. So yeah, that's why easy is the word. Expansion is much more easy because you have one source who is manufacturing, and you act as a agent. Here, if I give you examples, then my lecture continues. Now, one of the best examples I would like to quote near, I think Indapur, there is one farmer. Okay. So today, if you see in our diet, the jawar products we are not using. The kids or the teenagers, they don't like the jawar products to eat. Yes or no? The traditional bhakri we use, but now we are consuming less and it's going out. So here, what he decided to come up with the newer version of it. He is an entrepreneur, started with a startup, now very much established with a very good brand, and he is exporting the jawar flakes. Even there are many doctors who are specializing or treating the patients with reference to diabetes. Those who are the patients, they are coming to the doctors. He is contacting them. He is offering that the jawar flakes. Also, he has made some other products by using the basic ingredient. Now, his problem was to tap the international markets. He doesn't want to expand in India because he did not find that much potential for this flex product. Today, if you see, multinational has entered in this flakes. I had also taken the example, if you recall, which is the brand Cornflakes we have. Yes, so Cornflakes is successful, but Jowar Flakes, he experimented in India, but he could not succeed. But uh, he got good response from the African countries, and he is moving to US also. But the problem is how to reach. So he used the online mode and one agent. So what the agent does here, he just collects the orders and he just ask him, you do the rest of the thing, even the delivery, he takes care of it. And there is other agent who takes care of just the outsourcing delivery. So one person who just collects the order, places it, the other person is there who collects the goods and sends it to the customers. So here different intermediary channels are involved. Okay, so that is expansion is easy. One thing he wanted to expand. This is just a practical example to make you understand. And it is the real, it is the brand is good to eat brand. If maybe you visit any retail outlets, there are very few outlets where this product is catered in Pune. Now, flexible location, irrespective of anywhere, it is possible. Now, in India, if you see, because of the pandemic also, we have experienced this part. There is no need to keep inventory. Since the points are very easy, I am moving ahead because I want to go to the next slide. Yesterday itself, I wanted to finish this part. But as we see that there is the other side of the coin, if anything is wrong, it is your fault. Now here, you just are tapping the customer. Okay, it is connected to the other reason, that is no control on what the supplier ships. Okay, the person who ships is a different person. What he's shipping, how much he's shipping, he's not aware. Though we have the invoices, but still, when physically the goods are moving, if there is any damage, if there is any issue related to date of expiry, if it is consumable. So these are some of the small loopholes we can say where this person has no control. Now returns from customer can be complex. Customer will return the goods to whom? The one person who has taken the order or the other who has placed the order. So there is a problem, and who will share the losses. So if there is mutual understanding between these two parties, it becomes much more easier. Otherwise, it becomes very complex. It becomes complex where the goods are perishable. As far as durable goods are considered, there is no problem. But for the perishable goods, it is a problem. In accounting also, and who will bear the losses also. Because you cannot sell them as there is a time constraint. So these are some of the drawbacks of this drop shipping. Now coming to the next part is banking, online banking, which we are all aware of. We also use, isn't it? Which was the first bank which went for this online transactions in India? Any idea? Now, after 1990s opened, since the privatization came, the private banks were also allowed in India and it boomed up. It started from there. Now, any idea which bank came up with this IT revolution in banking sector? Just check. Is it ICICI Bank which came up with this? Now here, another major decision by the government to enter the cashless economy. Okay, that is one of the reason which again gave impetus to this online banking as well as the IT revolution. With these factors, there are other factors also. Other factors like maybe people don't have time to visit banks, wait in the long queues to be things to be done. When it is convenient, sitting at one place, why to reach? Why to again waste our time over there when it is feasible? Second thing, the bank should have that much technical competencies. This is very crucial factor. And slowly and steadily, because of competition, even though today also, if you see in the few of the banks, okay, there also you will find, if you call the customer care or even the bank, many a times you will see the phone is ringing only. But does it happen with the MNC bank? No, they are on their toes. Now, why they are on their toes? Because of the competition. If suppose the customer is not satisfied, has it happened such type of experience that maybe you enter a bank or you give a call and you are not satisfied? What is your uh, how do you feel at that time? Maybe the bank is not worth, we will shift. And today, this is one of the important thing or a fear of losing a customer for all the businesses, especially service sector, where the employees and the bank takes care of the customers. Today, the customers are more valued. If you want to open a bank account, maybe online also it is available, or the people are there. They were just there. Suppose if you want to make investments also, they may come to your house also or offices to explain the investment options. So that is the scenario today because there are more options available for the customers. Now, IT penetration, today we also have the smartphones. So even with the smartphone is better or on the internet, online on your laptop, it depends upon a person. Usually today, if you see, the trend is more towards opting for the usage of smartphone as they are more penetrating, and always it's not possible for us to carry the laptops wherever we go. So here even that shift is changing. The trend is shifting. Now, when we say e-banking, what is e-banking? E-banking, the use of internet or digital platforms in the application from the point of view of banking services. So here, as we are studying the applications of internet everywhere in each and every area, this I think it is just the tip of the iceberg which I am touching as far as the applications are considered. It is much more than that. It is more deeper also. So maybe we will take few presentations. Once I finish with this, I will guide you what all is to be included in this. But the initiative should be from your side also if you are interested. Because many a times it happens that when the presentation is given, the student is absent on that day. That should not happen. It would be a mutual sharing because everybody would be given a chance. Now, why so? Because develop a habit. Develop a habit of gaining knowledge. I'm not speaking about the theoretical things. Okay. But this is practical, no? Isn't it? All these things are practical. Theory is also important because when you will enter the corporates, your interviews, or everything would be based upon the foundations which you will learn in these 2 years. So don't ignore that part also, but give weightage to current trends, what is happening and the applications. So that is what is e-banking, where internet with the help of IT technology, IT revolution, a person uses the banking services. Now again, banking services itself is a very broader area. It has much more scope. Pure virtual banks. Now when a bank does not have any retail store or retail outlets, we say it's a pure virtual banks. So here one of the example is ATM. Virtual bank it is, but it has its own limitations also. What all you can do when you enter the ATMs, automatic teller machines? What is the use of it? Withdraw cash. Apart from withdrawing cash, whether there is any other use of it? Yes. Deposit. Okay. Apart from deposit, yes. Checking balance. Okay. Transfer amount or transfer money, you can say. Apart from this, so here this is a sort of virtual bank. But if you see the tabs available, okay, there whatever is available, that much only you can do. Just now you gave me few of the examples. Apart from this, no. Maybe you will have to vote. What about the withdrawal limit? If I, yes, if I want 1 lakh, maybe 2 lakh rupees, is it possible? No. Maybe security measures or constraints. Previously, it was not there. Not 1 lakh, but the amount was more. But again, there are constraints imposed by the banks. And bank works under the authorized body of RBI. The government again has a control on it. So here, as far as this part is considered, there is limitation. There are also virtual banks in totality which operate, but in India, they have not penetrated. Still, maybe we say it's a future awaited, that everything would be virtualized. Now, still, though you have everything online, do you find people visiting banks?
Yes.
Why? What is the reason then? We say it's a yes. So here there is one point in the next slide. It is there. I will discuss that. Any other reason? One thing is yes, habit. So we are very much habitual. Though we use internet for chatting and maybe Facebook, everything, but still I'm not. I do not have the habit. But very few people, maybe of this age or something, would be having this. There is a fear. Maybe a person is not aware. They don't know how to use it. That is one category. Apart from this, reliability is the very important factor. People find more reliable to visit banks, speak with the people. Here also the option is available. When you call customer care, they are ready to give you information. Banks are there, but people, they want to visit, they would like to take the information, especially when this scenario is there actually. If I want to know the balance, whether I would visit the bank, no. Suppose if I just want to transfer 5,000, 10,000, whether I will visit a bank? No. When this scenario is there, then when it is huge amount, maybe you just go and withdraw. But when yes, risk factor is there, that is one thing. Maybe for short time you just visit. Apart from this, when there are decisions with respect to investments, suppose I want to go for deposits for huge amount or portfolio investment is there. In the next slide that is there, I have mentioned the investment part. Then maybe somewhere psychologically a person connects. When you connect with a person and the person convinces you, you already know it's all, everything is available on the internet. Okay, they have given the features also, but still a person visits a bank, it means the human factor is missing. So here a person visits a bank, and when the uh, client, when the person of a bank personnel, when he convinces the customer gets convinced. When maybe huge amount is there, or these such type of situations, or availing loan facilities. Now here if we see loan facilities also available through the online mode. One can avail the loan facility, but still people visit because they want to get that assurance from the bank. In case of international transactions also we use the banking today, but in this case here one has to opt for that facility. One has to now anything, maybe connectivity with reference to your mobile. If you see there is one form the bank gives you, address, telephone number, details, Aadhaar, everything they need, then only it is possible. So whatever are the prerequisites, one has to fulfill the prerequisites, otherwise they will not move ahead with. If everybody wants to avail the facilities, there are certain prerequisites. Suppose I want to go for internet banking, I cannot just go, though it is available. Is it possible? No. Maybe you will have to inform the bank, fill the form that you need that to avail the facility, and the provision would be made available. But you have to inform. This is what connection in between the customer and the bank. Though everything is though online, but here for that form filling, at least the person visits, or maybe through the online portal also, you will have to inform them for availing these facilities. Now here coming to the next very important part, that is interface between this bank and the customer. Who connects the us today in the online mode to the bank? Bank provides you with the banking cards. We are using banking cards, debit card, we do have the credit cards. Okay, so here they serve as a interface between the users and the source, that is the bank. These are the unified payments interface. What is this? UPI. Many of you might be using Google Pay, Phone Pay. Here, other UPI. Whether you have to put your details over there, bank details डालने पड़ते हैं क्या transaction के time पे? No. So here, this is the UPI makes use of the virtual payments address. Basically, here the addresses are stored which help you to transact very conveniently. And hence, always, if you go for the regular payments, it will ask for your number. It will ask for the PIN. Here, that is not the case. So it is one step ahead where you will get that convenience, that facility is available where it is already stored. That is, it combines or consolidates all your bank accounts. So whenever you are using through this UPI, this Phone Pay or Google Pay or Bharti Beam mode. Okay, so all these are UPI based, which has facilitated our life. The concept seems to be very simple. Actually, here, as I said, if you go in detail, it's much more. So it would not be possible. So here, online banking capacities are there, or capabilities, we can say. It depends upon the core competencies of the bank. Now, when ICICI introduced this, there were other competitors. Even what happens, when the competitor comes up with new technology, new strategy, the others also have to follow it. If they don't change, what will happen? They will lose the customers. So it becomes mandatory for the others also to upgrade themselves. So all of the banking sectors, they have upgraded, but still, do you find any difference in the banks, the way they perform? There are different banks, different options are there. But whenever you think of opening an account, suppose you do not have an account and you want to open, whether still there is a question, kahan pe account open karu? Do you take the referrals for this or just visit any of the bank and open the account? No. Then what is the point of differentiation here? Why a person thinks like this? If one wants to know anything, seek information about any of the banking facilities, if anybody wants to know even where the bank is located, where are the branches? Many a times, if you are new in a city, you would like to know the information. Where is the bank? Internet, you will get different branches are available. If you want to know what is the interest rate for this much amount of deposit for the loan facilities, also the information is available through the internet or the online mode. Administrative, maybe you get a call that you have not completed your documents, KYC is pending, that is there. Linkage of Aadhaar card or phone number. So all this administrative part, which are one time or maybe in routine, they come into this category. As far as transactions are considered, you can just online transfer. Okay, here to anybody you can transfer. You can just check the feasibility. So transactions is one of the facility. You can pay the bills online today through the bank details. It has become much more easy. Any types of bills. Now here, just I have mentioned some of the points, like you can think of opening new accounts, you can avail the loan facilities, one can go for the investments. But as I said, if it is more critical, maybe a person better visits the bank and get the things clarified. If you enter the portal of the bank, okay, already they display the products. So here you just have to have a glance and just enter what is required. When you enter also, you will see many tabs are available. For example, if investments are there, investments किस पे हो सकती है? If you say mutual funds, suppose, if you tab even mutual funds, there are different options available. If you go into it, the features are displayed there, the information is already displayed, and whatever you feel, okay, if you have any query, you can visit the bank or call the customer people. But by having a glance of it, you understand. If you want to know the performance, even that is available with the bank. Or recent trend, what is going on, or how many people have invested, even that is available very easily. Shopping, yes, we use debit cards, but again here we need a interface in between the customer and the bank. Now here, security for online bank transactions, whenever we take into this factor, is one of the very important factor which uh, stops the people from using it. If you see many of them, the people, they do not want to use the debit card, credit card, okay, as they may have huge amounts deposited in their accounts, and there is a fear that if something leaks up, and these things do happen. We have maybe you might have read in the newspapers or through televisions that there are many events where people have lost the money, and even the government is making the people aware of it, conscious of it, that do not disclose your pin to others, your password to others, safeguard yourselves. So this is one of the threat which people have, and they do not opt for the online payments or digital banking. One can think of paying the tax, income tax, or maybe your GST in terms of businesses. So even tax facility is available, availed. Now, like we have this, we do have also mobile banking. Mobile banking, I want to recharge, okay, my phone or TV or anything. So I use the mobile. But how do you process it? Recharge करना है टाटा स्काई का मेरा. How do you process it? We use it, no, in our day-to-day life. Since smartphones we have, it has been, it's penetrated. So how we do it? What is the word? Phone Pay or Google Pay hai. So we say it's through the e-wallet. Okay, that is a word. So through e-wallet, we make the necessary payments. Now again, for the e-wallets also, one time code, if you store it, one time information, if you store it, it automatically takes the, every time there is no need for you to enter the pin there. Now apart from this mobile banking, now again, whatever are the features there, they are available here. It depends upon the bank, how techno-savvy the bank is. Each and every bank has not gone for apps. Here, the bank should have their own apps developed. The technology should be upgraded. Now, if you go to rural areas and the in terms of small banks, they don't have the apps. Now, just they have started with the penetration. This huge difference we can see. If it is a MNC bank, you will see that the technology plays a very vital role. It's at the high end, which has made even the public banks, public sector banks also to be on their toes because they have more customers. Moving on to the next part, insurance. Any type of insurance, if you see, life insurance or insurance for the vehicles, health insurance, any type, you just visit a web store or the portal, you will get all the required information with the premium amount. There are certain discounts also given to the customers. Maybe if you pay one time, you will get this and this discounts. But again here, when you have huge sums or huge amounts, you need to have a personal. You need to call the agents or business associates, those who are an intermediary. Today, even in today's era, people are not conscious of this one service. Insurance, maybe pandemic, during the pandemic, people have realized the importance of this factor with reference to maybe medical insurance or life insurance. Here, it comes under usually now, not now because the awareness is spreading, but there was an era where this, even today also we can say, unsought goods. Unsought goods means people like to shop, they will purchase. But as far as this one product is considered, they don't take it that seriously. While in foreign nations, it is made mandatory. People go for this. Why? Because the prices are very high. So it becomes, so people are conscious that they go for insurance. It is a security for the people there. Have you come across such type of experience where the elder people from India are visiting abroad? Whether you have insurance, nahi hai, to karwa lo. That is better there, as the prices are more. Online stock trading and investments. Today, if we see, this is one of the market which has risen or maybe which is in the growth stage. Stock trading. Daily, if you, there are many people who go for the stock trading, online stock trading. On day-to-day basis, there are many companies. Again, there is a check, there is a control, but you immediately come to know. Now, any doubts as far as this part is considered? This is one of the simplest part actually. But if you go into the details of UPI and the connection, the technical part is involved, like security part, where the banks have the tie-ups with the technical teams. Many a times this is outsourced. The firewall protection, the double firewall protections are considered here. We do not go into the depth of this part. Now, just I have taken the tabs. I want you people to speak on this. You all, many of you have the idea and we use it also. The first part is, before going to that, what is digital government? When government uses the internet in day-to-day activities, in carrying out day-to-day functions, day-to-day activities, we say it is the digital government. Today it's an era of e-governance. So if we take the first point, it is government to citizens, from government to the citizens. Now, I have not given any details. What do you understand by government to citizens? From the government, the citizens are benefited, or people are put into a comfort zone or convenience zone from the government. How people are connected with government? First of all, how citizens are connected with government in our day-to-day transactions or day-to-day life? There are many aspects to this. It's a very broader aspect. Aadhaar card zaruri hai? Yes. Whether internet penetration is there as far as this area is considered? Yes. If you go to the online portal, Aadhaar, many of them, it has benefited. One thing like that, can you think of any other points? Aadhaar card banana hai? Yes. PAN card. Okay. So these are all the documents. All the documents. What are the documents? I am speaking about students the applications now. Aadhaar card hua, PAN card hua, driving license. If you see online mode, income tax certificate, other your documents, you want migration, the domicile e-Suvidha Kendra is available, the name itself is e-Suvidha Kendra. Okay, so all this the government has taken the initiative. Apart from this और कुछ है? Yes. Yes. Apart from this. Yes. Yes. Digital sign is there. So with reference to our documents, that is one part. Apart from that, okay, maybe banking apps are also there. Here government we are speaking. Yes, as you said, very right. You have to pay to the government through the online mode. So that is one aspect. Anything else where you find there is e-governance or the penetration of internet and the government? Wi-Fi facility. Can we think of Wi-Fi facility available in the government premises? है नहीं है? कहाँ पे है? नहीं है? Whether there are government run schools, colleges, if we say the educational sector, whether there is any use of internet. Yes, the what is there? तो उसमें 5 facilities है. Whether they connect with the students. E-learning mode. E-learning itself is a different aspect. Yes, one of it itself is a one point. Next, in the next session, I would be discussing with e-learning only. So here, think about these options. I will keep this slide open. Maybe in the next session, we will discuss. And instead of I want the inputs from your side. Now here, when I say government to citizens, government to business is also there. The next part, the relation of businesses with the government, apart from paying taxes. Now, e-filing is there in terms of tenders also, bids which are invited. So that is with reference to business context. I'm just giving you 1 or 2 hints. Maybe in the next session, I want answers from your side. Yes, government to government. Think about the examples. Government to employees. Mobile government. The M is for mobile government. So this slide maybe in the next session we will discuss. Today we will stop here. So anything you want to put up as far as the previous part was considered about banking? Because I could see the faces now maybe ज़्यादा है, इसलिए I stopped. So government to employees is with reference to the communication of government with the employees. If they want to communicate something to the employees, or the government gives the facilities to the employees. How is it possible through the internet?